In this question, we are attempting to graph the quadratic function f of x equals negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3. Now, since quadratic functions, their graphs are symmetrical, we're first going to start off by finding the axis of symmetry. So we're going to use x equals negative b over 2a. We find our b in the function to be 8 and our a to be negative 2. So let's substitute. Negative 8 over 2 times negative 2. That's negative 8 over negative 4. That leaves us with 2. So that means on our graph here, at x equals 2, we have our axis of symmetry represented by this dashed line. Now, all we need to do is find a few more points on our graph, and we'll be done. So let's make a table of values, some x values and some y values. We're going to start off with our x coordinate of our vertex, which is 2, and find a few more x values next to 2. Let's use 1 and 0. Now, if we plug 2 into our function, I have my calculator right here. Negative 2 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2 minus 3. That gives us 5. If I plug in my 1 into the same function, that gives us 3. If I plug in 0, that gives me negative 3. Awesome. So let's plot some points. At 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have our first point right there. Our next point is 1, 3. Here it is. But remember, quadratic graphs are symmetrical. So if there's one point here, that point should be mirrored on the opposite side of our axis of symmetry right there. So let's put a point right there at 2, 3. Sorry, at 3, 3. Now for our last point, which is at 0, negative 3, right there, there should also be a mirrored point over here at 4, negative 3. And through these points, we draw our smooth curve. And here is the graph of our quadratic function.